Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in Bridget today, the Divine Essentials Counterparts Oracle. So what does your person want you to know? What's on their mind? What are they going through? There's definitely a lot of epiphanies happening today to move you into union. So let's connect and see what's going on. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What do they want to say? So the card on the floor, I feel that's important. I feel there's like three lots of cards that need to come out. There we go. So the first message is we both have wounds we need to heal. So this is also a reminder for you that you're also healing too, that you're transforming too, that you're doing your work too. Because sometimes we can get so wrapped up in what they need to do or what they need to change or what they are doing or not doing, we forget that we are on a healing journey too. So your person is coming through very clearly. That's why it jumped out the way it did, because your person is saying, remember that you're healing your wounds too, that we both have things we need to work through. We both have things we need to heal. We both are transforming to become the right kind of people and the right versions of ourselves for each other. We are both healing our wounds. And that's reminding you of that too. And you may be aware of what those wounds are. You may not be. Maybe you're thinking you are healed, but then you get a trigger coming up. Now, we've also got star seeds here. And it says, remember, you are here for a bigger mission than your 3D mind can comprehend. So I feel the reason why I'm being drawn to this card, why it came out that way with this card here, is because your 3D mission, the things you're here to do in the physical world, one of the reasons why God's allowed you to come and have an earthly life is to overcome the wounds that you have so you can work your light and work your mission. Because you go through these wounds and heals, and you go through heal these experiences, you heal these wounds so that you're able to be there for others and guide others who may have the same wounds that you've had. So you can give advice, beneficial advice, because you've been through it too. So the reason why you heal your wounds and the reason you have wounds in the first place is all connected with your life purpose and mission. And you're being reminded there's so much more to this journey of being a twin flame or a light worker or a starseed or an empath or whatever it is you class yourself as, than just being in a twin flame relationship, being in a union, having that physical connection. That physical relationship, if that's all you really want, if you're thinking, I want to get married, I want this and this, you can have that with a karmic partner like that. But the twin flame journey, it's about all the lessons and all the growth you go through to become your best version. So that when you do come into union, not only are you going to stay in union, but you're going to be assisting humanity too. Because that's also part of your mission. You'll look back and think, wow, I'm so grateful I went through all of those experiences, because those experiences not only made me who I am, but taught me who I am too. So bring your focus onto service. And this is also what they are recognizing. They are recognizing they are here for a bigger mission than what they've been doing in their life. And you've woke them up to that. It's like when Neo gets woke up from the Matrix. He's living his life. He's going to work. He's getting home. He's doing his thing. He's kind of got that eat, sleep, repeat pattern going on. And then when he gets awoken and he realizes, I have got a mission here and it's not what I thought it was. So I feel this is a huge message about your person recognizing now they're not here to just go to work or, do what they've done or be in that relationship they're in or spend time with the family or friends or any of that. They're meant to actually have a purpose here. They give me a block. So things that were blocked are now coming to light. And I feel this is another reason why they may be quiet, because they're coming to terms with this. So this could well be one of the epiphanies they're going through about union. We spoke earlier in the early reading about epiphanies for union. So they're going through some kind of epiphany that they are here for a reason. A reason which is to it's a bigger mission than they can even comprehend here, their mind can even understand, but they are here to assist the collective in this grand shift. So the collective could be the twin flame collective. It could be a collective of people, a community, people that you're around. It's people who aren't yet awake. Whomever it is, they are here to assist with that, just like you are. So they are coming to this conclusion or this realization. And this could be for many reasons too. Maybe they've been through a big change lately in their life. They could have been through a tower moment. They could have been through a job change or a job loss. They could have lost a loved one. They could have gone through some issue with their finances. Or they could have gone through something with a family member, even the karmic partner, as well as what they've been going through with you. So obviously you're a big impact on them. You have a big impact on them. You create a big impact on them. And you inspire them in many ways, and you trigger wounds in them and all of that. But they're also going through things in their physical world also, separate from you, that make them realize these things too. And they could even have started a new job, and maybe that job is more spiritual, or it's bringing in spiritual understanding in some way. Or they're going through something that's very spiritual experience, and they're realizing, hang on, I'm here to do more than I thought. And this is also helping them to heal their wounds. So don't worry about their wounds. They know how to heal them. They are dealing with them. They give me fear. Let go of fear around what they are doing or what they're not doing, because they are also a star seed, an earth angel. They're from above like you. So let them do what they're doing. Let them go through their own epiphanies and aha moments and realizations, and you focus on you. So before I go to these cards, I want to bring in the Ego Struggles and Healing deck, and I want to see what your wounds are. Straight out. Insecurities and awakening. Now, remember, you're one soul, so they're also going through an awakening. They're also going through healing their insecurities. So this could definitely be what you're both healing, but I feel you're also healing your own insecurities. Now, you may know what they are, or maybe you need to discover them or awaken to them. So you could also be going through another awakening. Now, we're constantly awakening on this journey. It's not just like we awaken one time and that's it. We are constantly evolving and transforming. So you're also going through an awakening, and it's causing you all sorts of ascension symptoms. So you may actually be going through physical wounding too. So you may be feeling lots of physical things, and you're thinking, what's that all about? Maybe you're thinking these physical things are connected with your person. I'm sure they are to some degree or some extent, but it's also part of your awakening, how you're healing your wounds. So if you're going through physical things, know that you are safe, breathe through them, call on Archangel Raphael, call on Jesus for healing. If you do feel you need to see a physical doctor or go for therapy in some way, do what you're guided to do, but ultimately recognize as well that when you go through ascension, it's because you're being prepared for something new. So it's like your body, your DNA, the cells, everything in you is being upgraded. So you're going through a physical ascension upgrade right now, physically and emotionally. So you're going through an awakening that's causing all sorts of ascension symptoms, and it's also helping you to change your life in a scary at times but positive way. And it is scary when you go through physical things. It is scary when you're feeling intense emotions and you can't breathe and you don't know what's going on. And that can also lead to insecurity. So as your own insecurities have been holding you back from the life that you dream of, and you're now facing yourself, tackling and working through these insecurities so you can be able to move forward in your life. So you have insecurities that may have been holding you back. And these insecurities can be very deep too. So this could be things like not feeling good enough in some way, feeling like something is lacking, not feeling valuable, not allowing yourself to surrender and let go because you may not be trusting enough. Or it could be insecurities about your body, because you're going through these physical things. Or it could be about comparing yourself to someone else. There could be jealousy things there. So whatever your insecurities are, these are the wounds that you are healing. Now they are also saying we both have wounds to heal. So what wounds are they healing? Inner child wounds. And again, your mirrors, so you could also be healing your own inner childhood wounds, which can bring up insecurities. And we awaken throughout our journey in our life. So they are saying, I'm learning to connect to my inner child, to bring out in a positive way my innocence, my creativity, my playfulness, and my childlike wonder. All of which childhood wounding and programming has stolen away from me. Things that they've grown up thinking and doing. And that could be lifestyle habits, holding back emotions, not being open to love, many things. But what they're showing me as well is it's also about them not allowing themselves to be happy, because their inner child wants to be happy, notices the magic and the wonder and things, and it's like life's got in the way because of programming and conditioning. So they've become serious, they've become tired, drained, and they've forgotten who they truly are. So they're also healing that wound. They're saying heart chakra. Now the heart is opening, so they're also going through a heart chakra activation. So this could well be one of the ascension symptoms that you're experiencing. You know, you may be experiencing palpitations, or your heart may feel like it's speeding up or slowing down or missing beats. Or you may just be feeling anxious because the heart is being opened. So when the heart chakra is being opened, we're being guided to release attachment, to let go of the outcome for one, and to have faith in the journey, and to not be so attached to the person. And I feel they're also attached to things in their life that they need to let go of, like things they've built up materially. So they're learning to let those go, practicing detachment to focus on loving themselves unconditionally, which allows them to love you unconditionally, because when they choose themselves, they choose you, because this will in turn assist you to do the same. So again, you mirrors, you're both going through this activation. And when there's lack of self-love and compassion, it brings up insecurity. So these are the wounds. So I feel this whole message, no matter what these cards are, is really all about healing these wounds. Wounds of attachment or being able to detach. Wounds around the heart and not being good enough. Wounds about being hurt. And that's why they put barriers up. They're saying, I fantasize about you all the time. So remember, in that fantasy, in their minds, it's safe there. It's safe in their mind, so they're able to experience you in that way. It's safe in dreams. They're able to experience you the way they want to in dreams. They say, nobody knows how to seduce me like you. So in their dreams and their fantasies, they explore the intimate side of the love. They explore the side that they want to really have with you, that they may be repressing or being guarded about or holding back in the real world, because it's safe there. It's safe for me to explore this with you because you're not going to reject me. It's safe for me to touch you because you're not going to push me away. It's safe for me to show you what I want because you're not going to say that's weird. So I definitely feel they're exploring their deepest, darkest, most crazy, bizarre fantasies with you, and they enjoy that. And I feel they really do want that in the physical world, but they may not know how to go about it yet. And that's bringing in the solar plexus activation. So I love this. You've got heart chakra activation and solar plexus. And remember, the heart and the soul, the heart and the solar plexus, the solar plexus, the soul, listen to that, the soul, they give me that now, are connected with the soul. So the heart and the soul, solar plexus, is really connected with what the soul journey is. So the solar plexus, the stomach, so there could also be stomach issues. You could have indigestion, you could have a bad stomach where you've just got pains, or maybe you've got diarrhea, or you're constipated, or you feel bloated, or you've got heartburn in some way. And this is another wound that's been healed, which is a lack of confidence and being ego or self-centered, selfish. So you may see them as selfish, but they're not really trying to be selfish at all. They just haven't yet chosen themselves. And they lack confidence. So it's to find healthy ways to feel confident without being overly aggressive or in your face. How are you mirroring your partner? Where are you giving your power away? So these are all questions you can ask yourself. Are you giving too much? Are you allowing them to come to you? How are you mirroring each other right now? What are you going through? What are you learning? So the solar plexus is being activated so they can follow their intuition. So they can reach out to you with love from their heart. And the solar plexus is connected with the soul. Wow, we've got throat chakra as well. And this is a very shuffled deck here, okay? So we've got throat chakra as well. So throat, what's that about? Communication. So we've got heart, solar plexus, heart and soul, and communication, speech, the voice. So fear of communication, being afraid to reach out, being afraid you're going to reject them, being afraid of speaking their truth, because they're also lacking in truth. They're having epiphanies about that now. You know, a lot of them are afraid of expressing themselves, being authentic because of these childhood wounds and programming and conditioning. Being inauthentic in relationships, which means they're not being real with you, or they may not be real in their karmic relationships because they're wearing a mask. And they give me a block. Says it's time to get honest and real. This is why they're blocking my throat. It's time to get vulnerable. Remember, we spoke about that the other day, that you make them feel vulnerable and it freaks them out. Communicate through telepathy or in person. So they're already communicating with you through songs, through music, signs, synchronicities, telepathically in their mind. And they want to show up for you in person. So how are you showing up in the world? So again, one of their wounds they are healing is they are looking at their life and what they are showing to the world and what they need to change. And they're saying, I remember everything about you. Why? Because that's what's in their soul. They feel they're in their soul. They feel they're in their heart. That's what they want to express. So they're saying to you, I remember everything about you from the moment we met. I remember what you were wearing the moment we met. I remember the way your eyes locked with mine the moment we met and how that made me feel vulnerable. I remember what you wear. I fantasize about you in many ways. And this can be about the way you are as a person, having a conversation and being loving, not just about being intimate. So it's not just about what goes on in the bedroom. This is about having conversations, deep thinking, beauty and magic in romance. So the big message is there is an awakening going on right now for the both of you. You're both healing wounds. Okay, you're both healing wounds because you're starseeds, empaths, you're here for a reason. There is a mission and a bigger picture, a plan. You're healing inner childhood wounds and insecurities connected with the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the solar plexus, which is about allowing yourself to be loved and allowing yourself to give love, communicating in an authentic way, and also trusting what you feel, which is also real. And it's all connected with the soul. So this is why your person said, I know who you are, and fantasizing about you, because it's easier in those fantasies to be open and honest with you and come to you from the heart space without fear of rejection. So this is also a big message right now, that wounds, childhood wounds, programming, condition, all of that, insecurities, these are all the things you're both healing, you're both mirroring. So you may be seeing 12, 21, 13, 31, 11, 11, mirrored numbers, 14, 41, whatever it is, you're seeing 15, 51, because you're being shown that you are mirroring each other. So you're both healing wounds, and it's so important you recognize that too, that when something triggers you, you can look at you and think, what do I need to heal? And if you're being triggered by them, you can affirm and say, I allow myself to heal. I give myself permission to heal. I am willing to release that part of me that gets triggered, angry, frustrated, or annoyed when I think of you. Thank you for my healing, and so it is. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.